Alam nyo, believe talaga ako kay Auntie Claire. Napaka-demanding ng trabaho niya. Biruin nyo, trabaho niya is to lie to millions of people. Only Auntie Claire can do the things that she does. Her job is very demanding. And napakagulo ng ano niya, ng timeline niya. Sabi niya, March 8, CFL nasa ano pa daw, Los Angeles. Alam naman nating lahat, may coroner's report na and everything, may police report. So, ano na naman to? Ginugulo mo na naman sarili mong timeline. Grabe, ang dami niyong sinasabi. Ang dami niyong mga excuse. Isa lang naman gusto namin mga taong bayan. We want to know if the President and the First Lady are sane enough to run a country. Well, not really the First Lady, just the President. We want to know if the President is sane enough to run the country. We want him to undergo hair follicle test, and that's really simple request. This will clear everything up. Ang dami niyong sinasabi.
Magandang hapon mga kabisdak. Pag-usapan lang po natin yung sagad sa buto na kasinungalingan ni Auntie Claire. Yaward, sumagot na po siya tungkol po sa issue kay Paulo Tantoco na nakaladkad po dito si Baki. Pero hindi pa rin po ligtas ang kanyang kasinungalingan dahil yung mga post ni Baki sa FB ay talagang hindi pa nalinis. Naglilinis yata sila pero meron talagang post na hindi nabura. At yung kasinungalingan niya, tablado ho dito. Ito po yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong hapon mga kabisdak. Pero bago ang lahat, pa-like muna, pa-share, pa-subscribe din po. At thank you so much sa pagsuporta sa Berada Aguila tuwing alas 2 hanggang alas 3 ng hapon. At mamaya live commentary po tayo mga kabisdak. Ito na nga ho mga kababayan ko. Ang kasinungalingan ni Auntie Claire, sagad na ho sa buto. Iwan ko lang ho kung may maniniwala pa ba dito. Pati mga mainstream media ay tinawag niyang mga fake news. Anyway, marami naman talagang fake news ng mga mainstream media pero katakot-takot po itong kanyang mga pagdi-deny sa mga balita ng mainstream media. Halos lahat po ng mainstream media ay binalita po ito. Itong inalabas ng County of Los Angeles Medical Examiner patungkol po kay Paulo Tantoco. At itong si Auntie Claire, kaya pala nga hindi nag-press ko nakaraang araw dahil gumawa pa ng script. Pero wala pa rin po silang takas dito dahil may naiwang bakas. Pakinggan po muna natin mga kabisdak ang kanyang kasinungalingan na talagang sagad na hong sa butong ilalim. Pakinggan po natin mga kabisdak.
Hi, Yusek. Good afternoon po. News of the late Paulo Tantoco's death revealed cocaine overdose and remains an open investigation. Since he is part of the First Lady's entourage, may we know if the First Lady will comment on this? And from the Malacanang po, the presidential sister released a statement. Senator Amy is calling for a comprehensive report from the palace to dispel further speculation.
Stop muna tayo doon ha. Tandaan nyo po, yung unang nagtanong kung hindi ako nagkakamali, yung babaeng yan, ay reporter po yan ng Bilyonaryo. At yung Bilyonaryo News Channel, sila po yung unang nagpakalat nito. I think sila yung pinakauna. At binalik-balik pa nga ho nila yung balitang ito. At sila rin po yung nagtatanong. Ngayon, so ito po ang sagot ni Auntie Claire. Bago po natin i-rebat, ipakita yung mga bakas ng kasinungalingan ni Baki at ni Krerereng. Pakinggan po natin ang sagot niya.
Nakakalungkot.
Oy!
Dahil yung mga pribadong tao
Nay!
na nagluluksa ay nadadamay sa pamumulitika. Ginagamit ng ibang mga obstructionists para masira ang First Lady, ang Pangulo at ang administrasyon na ito.
Stop muna tayo doon. Linawin natin bago tayo lumayo. Hindi po pribado ito, Auntie Claire. Dahil yung namatay na si Paulo Tantoco ay sinama ni Baki diyan sa kaganapan noong March 8 sa Los Angeles. At yung asawa niya ho ay appointed ni UM. May posisyon po katungkulan sa gobyerno. Paano po ninyo masasabi na pribado ito? di ho sana, hindi po ninyo binigyan ng posisyon sa gobyerno at hindi ho ninyo sinama diyan sa Los Angeles para hindi po maungkat at malas lang dahil ang sinamahan po ni Paulo Tantoco ay si Baki at merong hindi magandang nangyayari sa kanila. May pakialam tayo dito dahil pera po ng bayan ang ginagastos ng mga taong ito. Tuloy.
Nakakahiya ang kanilang mga ginagawa.
Talagang nakakahiya sa inyo.
Unang-una, si Mr. Paulo Tantoco ay hindi po kasama sa official entourage ni FL o ni First Lady.
Nako, yari ka ngayon.
Nakakahiya dahil gumawa sila ng peking police report.
Uy, piki daw.
Naturingan journalist, mga dating spokespersons, hindi marunong mag-imbestiga ng sarili.
Tingnan nyo ha, lantaran na po sinasabi niya dito na naturingan mga journalist, hindi man siya nagpasintabi sa mga journalist na nasa harapan niya. Mga fake news, hindi daw marunong mag-research. Animal ako sa totoo lang, itong mga journalist, lahat po naglabas po yan ng balita eh. Hindi lang namang iisa. So bago siguro, malamang, hindi naman siguro sila mga tanga dito na basta lang sila maglabas ng balita na hindi nila fina-fact check. Ikaw, Auntie Claire, hirap ka na magsinungaling. Talayo.
Hindi sila nagiging journalist, kundi nagiging propagandista
Oy!
ng kanilang mga sinusulong na interes.
Lahat na ng journalist, binanatan.
Ang sinasabing police report na naipost sa Facebook ay isang malaking kasinungalingan.
Kasinungalingan daw.
Kahit kayo po mismo ay maaaring mag-imbestiga sa nasabing lugar, sa Beverly Hills Police Department. Para malaman nyo na yung nilagay sa Facebook na may guhit na color pink, kung di ako nagkakamali.
Ay, color pink.
Ang parting yun ay dinagdag lamang.
Siguro yung I think kay Bobby Tiglaw, no? Kay Bobby Tiglaw na pinupos na may mga pink na nandun yung mga pangalan, andun ang pangalan ni Baki, parang yun yung tinutukoy niya. Hindi ako dito naniniwala sa iyo, Kririreng. Mas naniniwala ako sa mga journalist kaya dito sa putak na atakdog na ito. Okay, tuloy
Nag-start ang mga salitang, and I quote, and the cause of initially suspected to be drug overdose up to the word Miro, yan po ay dinagdag lamang.
Sino nagdagdag?
Ito ay mga gawain upang masira ang unang ginang, ang Pangulo.
Masira, wala nang sisirain, matagal nang sira. Ikaw, Kririreng Parang ngayon ka lang ipinanganak sa Pilipinas, matagal na pong sira, Kririreng. Tuloy
At ang administrasyon na ito.
Para
sa pang-personal na interes.
Tandaan
po natin. Ang unang ginang po, nung siya ay nasa Los Angeles, ay meron po siyang
ito na
security service na provide ng US.
Okay. Inamin niya dito na nasa Los Angeles siya. Nasa Los Angeles si Baki.
At meron din po siyang kasamang PSG.
May PSG?
Hindi rin po siya nag-stay sa nasabing hotel ni Mr. Tantoco. Iba po ang kanyang hotel.
Patay ka ngayon. Ang problema,
at meron po siya mga activities. March 8. Kung pwede po nating maipakita sa monitor. March 8, makikita niyo po sa screen na mayroong konsyerto para sa Pilipino.
Saan?
Makikita niyo sa larawan din, Secretary Cristina Frasco.
Saan yan?
March 8 yan ginanap.
Saan?
Hapon hanggang gabi.
Saan?
Paanong masasabi ng mga obstructionist na to, ng mga fake news peddlers na to, ang patungkol sa nakita nila mga tao doon sa vicinity?
Okay, tingnan mo ha. Sinabi niya, March 8 daw, itong si Baki ay merong konsyerto. Ang problema, hindi niya sinabi kung saan yung konsyerto na ito. Sa Pilipinas ba o sa California? Yari kayo dahil mayroong video mismo galing sa FB page ni Baki na yung konsyerto nakalagay March 8 ay sa California. Ay, doon nakalagay ha. Tuloy natin ha.
Kaya po yan ay dinagdag lamang.
Aha.
Nandito
Yeah.
lang po yan sa Facebook ng Unang Ginang.
Tama.
Pero
Nandun nga.
kahit ito po ay nasa Facebook
Aha.
at ito po ay naire-report naman,
Aha.
pilit nilang binabago ang kwento at nakakalungkot dahil kapwa Pilipino ang kanilang niloloko
Oy!
para sa kanilang personal na interes.
Oy!
So muli, sa mga journalist na nagpapanggap na kayo journalist, pero lumalabas na kayo propagandista, maawa po kayo sa bansa. Maawa po kayo sa taong bayan. Huwag niyo pong lokohin ang mga Pilipino.
Di ba dapat tayo yun ang magsasabi? Kring, di ba dapat kami yung magsasabi na maawa po kayo sa bayan? Huwag niyo pong lokohin ang mga Pilipino. Kawawa ang bayan na ito. Yung panluluko ninyo, harap-harapan na po. So ngayon, pinupuntarya niya mga journalist na mga manluloko. Ito yung tinutukan niya dyan na merong post. So ngayon, himay-himay natin kasi March 8 daw, nandito na sa Pilipinas. Meron siyang pinapakitang mga picture na sabi may konsyerto. Ang problema dyan, ito lang pala yung pinagbabasihan niya na di umano'y andito si Baki nung March 8. Pero guys, tingnan niyo po ang tingnan niyo po yung Manila International Film Festival. Kailan po yung ginanap? Nangyayari mula March 5 hanggang March 8, 2025. So, ibig sabihin yan, natapos po yung naturang kaganapan ay hanggang March 8. Ngayon, napaka-imposible po, natapos yung festival na yan sa California, ay nandito agad itong si Baki. Anong kapangyarihan meron siya? Kapangyarihan ng mga Dragon Balls? Na pagkatapos niya magparty-party dyan sa event na yan, March 8, ay nandito agad sa Pilipinas. Isang kasinungalingan ho yan, mga kabisdak. Ngayon, ito yung tinutukoy niyang post. Ito, ilalabas pa natin yung ibang mga So, March 5, nandyan, post ni Baki. March 6 niya pinost yan. So, kaganapan daw, March 5. Kasi, March 5 to 8. Ito po yung video na meron mong makikita mo ho na talagang nandun si Baki sa California sa mga araw na yan, March 8 hanggang March 8 siguro. Yun yung katapusan, March 8, party-party sila, diretso sila sa hotel. Ito, panoorin po natin walang audio po. Ayan po mga kabisdak, yan po, kasama yan. Pinipli po ito ng Bilyonaryo News Channel. Galing po yan sa FB ni Lisa. Ayan, tumatawa sa dyan. Maraming kasamang mga Pilipino ho dyan. Kasama si Jinggoy pa dyan, Escudero, at mayroong concert po ang mga tungaw. So dali kayo dito, saan ba yung concert? Hindi man sinabi ni Auntie Krerering na sa Pilipinas yung concert. Basta itong bidyong ito, ang inassume ko po ito, ay sa Amerika po lahat ng mga footage na ito. Tingnan mo naman Los Angeles, Hollywood nga Meron bang Hollywood nasa Pilipinas? Tingnan mo yung mga ganap dyan. Ayan, mga alta. Okay po, tingnan nyo po yung video. March 5 hanggang March 8. May concert po sa dulo. Ito ho siguro yung tinutukoy. Yan po, yan. Ayan. Yan, March 4 to 7 nga nakalagay doon. Pero mayroong concert sa dulo, I think. Ang nakalagay doon ay Los Angeles, California. Yung concert, March 8. So, ibig sabihin, si Baki, wala sa Pilipinas ng March 8. Nasa California. Ito ba? Hindi ba? Hindi pa yan. So, ito na yata. Yung concert. Tingnan mo. Ito na ho, yun. I think. dulo-dulo po ito. Makikita nyo po yung date. Medyo maliit. Mamaya, palakihin ko para makita ho ninyo. Ito na yon, ito na yon, ito na yon. Tingnan nyo ha. Ito na yung sinasabi ni Auntie Claire. Tingnan nyo po yan, mga kabisdak. Pinalaki ko lang. Tingnan nyo po yan. Ayan. Konserto para sa mga Filipino. Ayan, kailan po ito? Saan? Cerritos Center for Performing Arts, California, USA, March 8, 2025 ni Malcang Kliriring ka. Tingnan nyo po, mga kabisdak. Sa Amerika pa si Baki, March 8, 2025, yung pinakita niyang video o picture larawan na concert ay sa California, USA po yan. March 8, 2025. Ihano po yan? Kita na natin para magkita tayo. Okay. Maliwanag po na sobrang kasinungalingan itong ginawa ni Kliriring. Ginawa po tayong bubo, ginawa po tayong tanga. Kaya Kliriring, sabi ko nga, kami po dapat ang makiusap sa inyo. Natigilan niya po ninyo ang kasinungalingan ho. March 8, nagpost sa social media, nagpost sa FB, itong si Baki. Patunay ho na nandoon siya sa Amerika. Kasama sa concert. March 8, California. Tapos sasabihin mo, wala si Baki doon, hindi kasama ni Tantoko. O ngayon, sino po yung sinungaling? Sino po ang fake news? Maliwanag po ito. Post po ito ni Baki sa FB page niya. Hindi po natin gawa-gawa ho ito. Tama si Kliriring. Puntahan niyo po ang FB post na yan. At makikita niyo po ang katotohanan kung sino ba talaga ang sinungaling. Sino ba talaga ang fake news. So legit, March 8, si Baki nag-attend pa ng concert. Ayon din sa pinakita niyang picture. Saan ang concert? Sa Los Angeles, California. Konserto daw para sa mga Filipino. Marami pong artista dyan. Ngayon, yung sinabi niya na hindi daw kasama sa entourage itong si Paulo Tantoco, no? Diyan sa Manila International Film Fest nga. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng mainstream media na nagpalabas nito ay fake news. Lalo na po itong Bilyonaryo.com. Panoorin po muna natin. Mayroon pang second round pa pala na balita. Panoorin natin, Ito.
Nananatiling open ang case status ng pagkamatay ni Rustan's Commercial Corporation heir, Paulo Tantoco, na ayon sa Los Angeles Coroner's Office ay dahil sa cocaine overdose. Kasama si Tantoco sa entourage ni First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos sa ginanap na Manila International Film Festival sa Beverly Hilton Hotel noong Marso. Narito ang agenda report ni Ivy Reyes.
Patay!
Pumanaw si Paulo Tantoco noong March 8 sa Beverly Hilton Hotel kung saan ginanap ang Manila International Film Festival. Isang business science sa entourage ni First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos. Sa isang video clip na nakuha ng Billionaire News Channel, makikita si FL na sumasayaw sa after party ng MIFF gabi ng March 8. Wala pang pahayag sa ngayon ng Malacanang tungkol dito at hindi pa rin kumpirmado kung sino-sino ang dumalo sa LA. Pero sa isa namang video posted on the First Lady's social media page, makikita si Senate President Cheese Escudero, Senate President Pro Tempore Jingoy Estrada, MMDA Chairman Romando Artes, at Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco. Nauna nang itinanggi at tinawag pang fake news ng palasyo ang alegasyon ni VP Sara na cover-up lang sa pagkamatay ni Tantoco ang pag-aresto sa kanyang ama na si former President Rodrigo Duterte. Ruled as accidental ang pagkamatay ni Tantoco. Maaari rin daw factor ang posibleng komplikasyon nito sa puso bukod sa cocaine overdose na lumabas sa toxicology report. Sa isang ambush interview ngayong hapon, no comment si Presidential Communications Secretary Dave Gomez dahil pribadong usapan daw ang pagkamatay ni Tantoco. Based on facts, limitado pa rin ang impormasyon sa kaso ng Rustans Air, pero nananatiling bukas ang investigasyon dito. Para sa agenda, Ivy Reyes, Billionaire News Channel.
Yan si Ivy Reyes ang nagtanong kagahapon kay Krerereng. O paano po yun? Na-research nila. Bakit sinasabi na hindi kasama sa entourage? Lumalabas ka ho kasama. Pagkatapos po ng Manila International Festival, yung video na yon galing nga po sa post ni Baki na sinabi mayroong konsyerto sa Los Angeles, California. At maraming lumalabas na video kagaya ho nito. O meron na akong nilabas na ho natin ito, ilalabas muli natin. Kagaya niyan. Sabay sila kumain ni Tantuko, ni Baki, at ni Pamilyang Frasco. Tapos sasabihin nyo na hindi kasama sa entourage itong si Paulo Tantuco. Nandiyan yung asawa niya. Katabi kayo kumain dyan. Ayan o. Kumain, magkatabi yan si Tantuco. Tapos sasabihin ni Krerereng, hindi daw kasama sa entourage. Ayan o. Sasabihin AI. Oh, kumain pa pala kayo. Last supper po ito. Mukhang last supper ni Paulo Tantuco. Kasama yung asawa katabi. Si Frasco, mag-asawa. Si Bake, sa gitna. May selfie-selfie pa. Diyos ko. Yung kasinungalingan ni Auntie Krerereng, sagad na sa buto. Hindi na kayang lusutan. Sasabihin mi Pike, bakit binalita lahat ito ng mainstream media? No? Yan. Yung result na yan. Bakit binalita lahat ng mainstream media kung Pike ho ito? Ito ay lehitimong balita na na-fact check po ito ng lahat ng mainstream media except dito sa GMA. Na ngayon ay putak na, nagbabalita na patungkol kay Baki na di umano'y fake news. Diyos ko. Kaya kami ang nakiusap, itigil na po ninyo yung kasinungalingan ho ninyo. O paano po itong mga bidyong kumakalat ngayon? Ito. Hala ka si Baki. Nandyan si Paulo Tantuco. O, saan yan? I will survive. Di nga sa kasurvive. O, paano yan? Hey! Paano yan? Si Baki man yan. Si Paulo Tantuco man yan. Sumayaw ng I will survive. So, AI ito, AI. So, fake news ito, fake news. Hindi totoong balita. Wala na, tablado na ho kayo. Ito pa, meron pa akong isa pang video. O ito, kasama yung isang kagahapon, pinopost ko na ito eh. Pero balikan natin. Ayan, kagaya niyan. Ibang anggulo na naman. Ibang damit na naman ito. Dalawang ano to, I will survive. Ito si Jokoy.
Do I have to sing?
Oh my gulay. Ayan o! Party-party ng mga alta. Ito ang totoo. Na hindi nyo po kaya itong itangge. Huli na ho kayo. Pero pilit pa ho ninyong pinipiga ang inyong kasinungalingan. Gusto nyo pa ng isa pang patunay? O ito. Bisayang Filipino na nakasaksi, na binabash ng maraming mga Pilipino na hindi daw totoo. Pero lumabas ang katotohanan, si Dinchis. Panoorin po natin ang bidyong ito. Baka sakali makatulong po sa mga bubunistang, tanganistang, loyalista ng Agba. Kasama to si Krerereng sa kanyang kasinungalingan. Panoorin po natin mga kabisdak.
Mayong adlaw ka natong tanan, and it is currently exactly 7:55 here in the city of San Francisco. And dami diri karon sa balay sa kumbana. We were supposed to celebrate my birthday and witness the Pride Parade, but we had a heart-to-heart conversation. I think it's time for you guys to know. Today I'm going to read to you guys very important excerpts or portions from the document that I have received from the police department's archives. If you remember, if you have been following me, I was one of the few who've been provided the original document with the complete accounts on what had happened on the 8th of March, on a Saturday, when Paulo Tantoco died. So yeah, I really don't know what's going to happen to me after this. But my husband and I had already talked about it. I will be going into a complete incognito mode. I have already changed my number. And we have already talked about the possibility on moving to a different state. Because right now we have already moved to a completely different city. But we will definitely be moving to a different state. We will be doing that. Because I really do believe that you guys do deserve to know what happened. So yeah, here it goes. So if you have been following me, you should know by now that I have received a couple of documents from the archives dito sa police department katong nahitabo dito sa Pizza Utso sa Marso katong namatay si Paulo Tantoco. First document is the complete account of what had happened there. Hinatag siya mismo sa akong kanang kliyente. Nagtrabaho gid mismo dito sa archives. That was a couple of days after that incident. And then the second document is katong naglibog ko anong gisendan ko nila. Pizza 5 man to sa Abril siguro. Basta nakadawat ko first week of April nga nakadawat ko kanang document stating na dili ko na sila mo hatag og any information about what had happened there. Apparently it's because it is now considered as a high profile case. Motong hinungdan nga ni refrain na sila from providing any information as to what had happened there. Because if you can remember atong pag Pizza 2 sa Abril, first week of April basically, na visit nila dito sa police department, and then the case had been superseded on the first week of April, and moto nakadawat ko document sa Pizza 5 via email, nga ako silang gitawagan confirming what is happening, ang anong gisendan mo ko ninyo, na katong na makistorya na gidunta ko sa akong contact, pero luckily I was able to talk to my contact person, and then the person basically just explained to me what had happened on that day, on the first week of April. And the second or the third document kanong ako nadawat is the only allowed information that they can provide, because after all, this is America. There is the Freedom of Information Act. Basically, if there's any information that concerns public safety, it will be provided. Kay freedom of information there is really big man in America. You can actually have that information by request as long as you are able to pay a hefty amount of money. And oh, by the way, you guys, before I go through the important information in the documents that I have here in my possession, let me just remind you guys that the information that I will be divulging in this video is very explicit, and I will only be reading information that is only allowed of me to divulge, because after all, this is still an ongoing case. It's still under investigation, and whatever information that I will be putting out in public may make or break the case, and I really don't want to ruin the ongoing investigation, because this is now considered as a high profile case, and I really don't know what will happen to me after I go through these documents, but it is what it is. I have already made up my mind, and I will be reading it to you guys. So let me go through the first document that I have here. This is actually the last document that I have received from the archives from that police department, and I believe this is the same document that Maharlika has in her possession. And this document has some accounts of what had happened over there, but it is not complete, because after all, as what I've said earlier, the case is still under investigation. So this is what I have here. I have redacted some important information on there that includes my complete name, my legal name here in the United States, and my address. So I think this is what Maharlika has in her possession. So let me read that to you real quick. This letter is in response to your request, the request under California Public Records Act, the act in which you seek a copy of Police Report 2005 000-11805. The electronic request made to the Beverly Hills Police Department, BHPD, on blah, blah, blah. The BHPD has determined that the request in part seeks copies of disclosable public records in the BHPD's possession. So under that, if you are going to check on here, it has the description of the crime. It is actually considered as a death investigation and a crime. So it says here also, reported date, March 8, 2025, at around 11:32 a.m. Time of the incident, March 8, 2025, 11:32 a.m. Victim age, Juan Paulo Tantoco, 44. Summary of the incident. On Saturday, March 8, 2025, at approximately 1130 hours, officers were dispatched to the Beverly Hilton Hotel regarding a person not breathing. Officers entered the room and observed hotel security performing chest compressions on an unconscious male subject. Officer took over with life-saving measures and subject was pronounced deceased at 1205 hours by the paramedics. So, I believe this is the same document that they are sending out to everyone if ever mangayo ka ng document ba kay manghatag mo gina sila, public records mo gina siya. So more than ang allowed nila nga pwede nila mahatag sa public, no? Very vague. It does not have complete accounts on whatever happened on that fateful day on the 8th of March. And the second document that I have here, let me just read that on my computer. It's right here. This one, I received this on the 5th of April. Let me read it to you real quick. Basically, gist aning a document is that they are not going to divulge any information. I believe this was after those Asian-looking men visited the Police and Archive Department on the 2nd of April. So basically, first week of April, nang limpyo gid sila nga mga sayop nga nabuhat atong kuan ba sa Archives Department. So mo ni the second document, and we go to the first document. The document that I have received from my client. So guys, ako lang yung basahon ninyo, no? But throughout me reading this document, I will be redacting some information as well, very important names, and some people that I will be protecting because I do believe that they have nothing to do with the case. However, since their names are here, I will be reading them, but I will be redacting them when I edit the video, okay? Alright, so let me just go through the document that I have received from my client who works at the Archives Department. Okay, Beverly Hills Police Department, Crime and Incident Report, report number BHPD 2025-0308-0911, type of report, death investigation, date and time reported March 8, 2025, 1130 hours. Date, time of incident, March 8, 2025, approximately 0430 hours to 1130 hours. Location of incident, Beverly Hilton Hotel. It has a complete address as to which, where it happened. The name of the victim, which is Juan Paulo Tantoco, male, age 44, date of birth is redacted. Reporting officer, Narrative summary. On Saturday, March 8, 2025, at approximately 1130 hours, BHPD dispatch received a 911 call reporting an unresponsive male individual located in room number at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Were dispatched to the location and arrived on the scene at 1138 hours. Upon entry to the unit, responding officers observed a hotel security performing chest compressions on an unconscious male subject, later identified via identification cards as Juan Paulo Tantoco, date of birth redacted, age 44. Officer took over administering CPR until Beverly Hills Fire Department BHFD paramedics arrived on scene at approximately 1145 hours. BHFD personnel assumed life-saving efforts. However, after approximately 20 minutes of advanced cardiac life support, ACLS measures, the subject was pronounced deceased on scene at 1205 hours. Notification was made to the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office, who took custody of the body for examination. Now we go to the witness statements. Date of birth redacted. Stated that she and other associates, including and the decedent, had dinner at the Waldorf Astoria on the evening of March 7, 2025. She observed Mr. Tantoco exhibiting signs of distress, including profuse sweating, incoherent speech, and visible disorientation. She recalled inquiring whether he required medical assistance, but Luis Araneta Marcos reportedly downplayed the symptoms and suggested that Mr. Tantoco return to his hotel room to rest. So there are so many statements here from different witnesses, but I'm just going to read a couple of statements from very important people that I believe has something to do with the case. So the second statement from the witness that I'm going to read is from date of birth is redacted. Mr. corroborated the timeline provided by Mrs. He stated that he and Mrs. Marcos escorted Mr. Tantoco back to room at the Beverly Hilton 2235 hours. A continuation of the gathering occurred in the penthouse until approximately 0100 hours on March 8, 2025 on a Saturday, the next day, when some guests departed. Third statement from a witness is from date of birth is redacted. Mr. remained at the party in room 5 along with Mrs. Marcos and Mrs. He reported that between 0445 and 0515 hours, Mr. Tantoco began convulsing. He confirmed that Mr. suggested calling emergency services but was reportedly discouraged by Mrs. Marcos, who stated that the behavior was a typical reaction to excessive recreational substance use. Fourth statement from a witness is from Mr. Alfred. Date of birth is redacted. Mr. emphasized his concern for the victim's deteriorating condition. He noted that Mr. Tantoco's convulsions appeared intermittent and diminished over the next few hours. But at around 1100 hours, he noticed the subject was completely unresponsive, and at that point he made a phone call to the hotel front desk, prompting the emergency response. Okay, I'm going through the crime scene observations. This is from the first responders who came to the crime scene. And I'm sorry if I keep cutting off the video because I just want to go through, the pages before I actually read them to you because it takes a while. Sige, sugdan na nato, no? On the crime scene observations, upon initial examination, the scene was contained to room. The living area had evidence of ongoing party activity, notably on the coffee table were observed. One clear plastic bag containing a white powdery substance, preliminary field tests still pending. 3 used syringes containing residue suspected to be narcotics, several open and unopened bottles of alcohol, a mirror of powder residue and rolled up bills, no evidence of forced entry, struggle, or foul play apparent at the scene. Photographic documentation of the scene was conducted by Forensic Unit Officer C. and all physical evidence was collected, labeled, and submitted to the BHPD evidence room under chain of custody protocol. Now we're going to the investigation status. Let me go through here. The case remains as a death investigation pending toxicology and autopsy results from the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office. At this time, the following individuals have been listed as persons of interest and are subject to ongoing questioning. So it has so many names on there that are listed, but one name stands out, which is Luis Araneta Marcos. That's what it says here. Now, below that, it says travel restrictions have been requested through the California Office of the Attorney General for the above individuals as precautionary measures until further clarification can be made regarding the events leading to Mr. Tantoco's death. Now, we're going down to the very bottom part of the document. It says here, supervisory review. The circumstances surrounding the delay in seeking medical assistance have been noted and may constitute contributory negligence pending legal consultation. The presence of controlled substances at the scene and the statements provided by the party attendees warrant further inquiry into possible involuntary manslaughter, drug distribution, or obstruction of emergency care. A follow-up report will be submitted upon receipt of autopsy findings. The case is assigned to Detective Homicide Division, badge number So, mo na to, no? Ako na dyan nabasa ninyo ang mga importante nga parts sa document nga akong na-receive. But you really don't need to worry because the entirety of the document had already been forwarded to the people, the person that would need it the most in the future. As a matter of fact, I really do believe that the information that I have just read to you guys are the information that needs to be known to public, especially to the Filipino people, because the Filipino people deserve better. And it's just so sad that our leaders there are just the worst. You know what I mean? And it's really devastating that the kind of governance that we have there is just destroying our country. So yes, God save the Philippines.